In this video, we'll discuss the new feature in Trac version 3.1, allowing you to make calculated rows at any level of the hierarchy that you wish. In Trac version 3, you were limited to making calculations only at the end item levels, and those would then be aggregated up throughout the hierarchy. You can now make calculated rows at any level you wish and have them calculated at a single level of the hierarchy, or have them recalculated at every level of the hierarchy. Let's take a look at how this works. As you can see, I've clicked on a customer level, which is one of my groups. I can now right-click on the override grid as before and add a row, which will add a calculated row. What I can put on here is I can call this percent change. What I can then do is click on the second period and look at the percent change from one month to the next. To do this, I can simply type in a formula that says equals the stat row minus last month's stat, and then divide this whole thing by the stat itself. I can copy this formula and paste it throughout the entire rest of the forecast period. I will then, of course, need to format this row. I hit commit, and now I need to format this because obviously it's not showing us a percentage. What I need to do is simply right-click, say Overrides Design. I'm going to change this formatting to change the precision to 2 decimal places, and I'm going to change this from a number to a percentage. Go ahead and say OK. And what you'll see is my percent change from one month to the next. Now, percentages don't make sense to aggregate up. So if I look at my higher levels, you'll see that what it's doing is it's aggregating up, but this doesn't make any sense. What I want to do is set this row to recalculate at every level of my hierarchy. So I can simply right-click again, go back to my Override Design dialog box, and I have a new tab called Row Properties. And what I can do in here is say, calculate this instead of at a single level, at the customer level where I started, calculate it at all levels. And if I go ahead and do this, what you will see is now the percent change is recalculated at every level of the hierarchy that I look at. This functionality greatly expands the usefulness of the calculated rows and gives you more control about when and where they are calculated.